Hello. I'm trying not to rush into my videos and start just being erratic. Sometimes you need to just breathe and just be with the moment. So, yeah. Hello. Okay. So, okay. I had a crazy realization just now. I wanted to talk about it. God is testing everybody, or the universe, whatever you want to call grand creator, infinite intelligence. But basically, God is testing everybody. We all fit, we're all playing our role. And what I feel is that God is conducting like a great grand social experiment. Or not really like experiment, that's one way to look at it. But like basically grand social test. And oh, my arm's getting tired holding this phone like this. And we all play our role. And it's easy to be like, okay, but I'm at this level and I expect this from this person because indeed this is how this person is supposed to be in accordance to their situation. But things go deeper than that. What if what if let me give you an example. What if I came here and even though other people can be immature, right? Or not, they can be like in their shit. And, um, my hair. Uh, whatever. I look like I got like a mullet or something. I don't know. It's like sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's like, it just looks weird. Anyways, um, I think I gotta talk lower because this guy the other day he banged on the ceiling because I was playing a Tribe Called Quest on my speakers. He was like, boom, 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 boom. Like he went mad hard, like on some hate, like crazy type thing. But anyways, yeah. Um, what if, despite the fact that other people can be immature, not really playing their roles, right? What if I came here because it was it was my role to remind other people to step into their roles. Like that was my actual role. Like other people in a sense, in accordance to what my purpose is, literally, they're supposed to not be on their shit. And I'm God's like social divine plan was so that I'm supposed to like do what I need to do to set them in motion. You know what I mean? That's what I like. I thought about this many times before, but this is like just now it kind of really like came over me. The reality is like I can't I tend to expect a lot from someone because I'm such a purist. I'm someone who believes in true purity and I believe like not perfection because what is perfection? The only thing that's perfection is God. And yes, we are all God and we're all one with God. We have to remind ourselves of that. And in doing so, we all become one. And what does that mean? That means just stepping into our power, our divine power of being creators. Now, that's not oh ego. It just means like we deserve to be free and I guess it helps to understand God. God is not selfish. God is unconditional love. God is love, light. Like to say I am God doesn't mean oh I'm all powerful, because that's not what God is. God is this unconditional love, forgiveness, and like God is like you know what I mean. Like God is like is like neutrality. Like there's no judgment. There's not even any good or bad. There's just light, pure love. You know what I mean? So it's like when we say who is God, um, who are we? Who are we to be that? It's you have to come to realize that being God is, you know what I mean? Is it's simple. As weird as that sounds because it's such a unspoken subject for us and it's something that we don't like whoever talks about this and whoever says it in that way, you know what I'm trying to say. So but yeah, like anyways, I'm such a purist and I expect other people to play to I have grown, I've come to grow and realize and have more and more realized that I'm one with God, you know? And so I have this level, this energy, and this level of insight and wisdom and consciousness as a result of that. And I'm not saying, oh my God, I'm so amazing. Like I am amazing. But I'm not saying like, oh my God, I'm better than you. Like I'm not saying I'm more valuable than you. What I'm saying is I've reached a certain place. You know what I mean? And I tend to expect that from other people. And when other people don't match that, and I believe in people, I believe people can get there so easily, you know? Because I believe in people, I believe in myself. But I realize that other people are on playing, there other people are playing their roles. And so I have to play my role. And that's the thing. Like you would think that's the ego. You would think that it's easy. Oh, I'm in this position now. Da 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 da. This is how it's supposed to be. But that's how God gets you, because it's not about what you want and about what you think all the time and what you expect and even what might actually be right or wrong. That's how great God is. That God will social engineer things to where in order to make you grow spiritually on in the ultimate way and on the ultimate level. Sometimes, sometimes, listen to me here. My hair looks so weird. Sorry. Sometimes we just have to accept that the way things are meant to be are beyond our level of beyond what we beyond what we know as right or wrong, beyond what we know as truth. Because the fact of the matter is, truth is important, truth matters. But guess what? This is so real right now, I don't think anyone has ever said this. God transcends even truth. And we have to step into our godly role. even if it means being in the midst of other people and not doing what they need to do, and realizing maybe they're not supposed to be doing what they're doing in relation to what our role is. Maybe we came here to remind other people, as frustrating as that may be, and as wrong as they may be. Because what is wrong? What is right in comparison to God? You know what I mean? And this is like the realest shit ever. Like, this is the realest shit ever. But literally though, like, this is what I realized. Damn. Okay, just whatever. Yeah. Yeah. That's basically it. Crazy realization. Um, Aside from that, I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to give you guys that insight, wisdom, and like, I wanted to embed it and instill it within you to activate you and to like raise your consciousness and to give you just, more awareness, more knowledge and everything, to expand your mind, to make you think more. Um, Aside from that, I had a message, which initially was why I wanted to make a video, but then I randomly, like simultaneously while I was thinking about making a video, that came to me. But then my message is, I gotta cut my nails by the way. My message is, it's time that we realize that red, blue, green, black, orange, yellow, left, right, Trump, Biden. I don't even want to say these words, but I'm trying to make a point here. Democrat, Republican. What matters the most is oneness. And oneness isn't just one shade or the other. It's every single shade, it's every single color as one. Wholeness. We keep fighting each other. And we keep feeling like this party is wrong and our party is right. And okay, yeah, we already know. At this point, I feel like a lot of us realize it's not about right or wrong. But nevertheless, even beyond that, we feel like corrupt. Like, we feel like one party has the corruption, this corruption within it. And that's not right, whatever. That's not okay. Excuse me. But the thing is, not only is there truth to every side, but there's also corruption to every side. And the fact of the matter is, we're being pinned against each other intentionally by negative people. They love that we're fighting each other. You want to know why? Because we're supposed to come together. This is so cliche. I know this sounds cliche, but hear me out. Really hear the message, the deeper message of what I'm trying to say. We can come together disagreeing, having different views, both parties having their shit, but also having their truths, and we can come together and we can piece the right pieces of the puzzles together. You know what I mean? And not be like fighting each other. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And that's the very reason why they're pinning us against each other, bro. Oh my God, Trump, this, and then oh my God, Biden, and oh my God, blue, and red, you know. But like, at the end of the day, Everybody has their shit, and everybody has like truths, like there are psychopaths, yeah, and like you kind of want to stay away from psychopaths, and you know what I mean. But in the regard of like the construct that we have of like, I don't like to talk politics, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not about whose corruption is more or worse than whose. Like, you know, and not even just with politics, but just in general. You know what I mean? And I don't want to really like get all too into this, but this really needs to be said. I feel like this people are ready to hear this because it's like literally there's so much division, and it's been like this for years, like ever since like Trump became president, whatever, and even Trump, like kind of before that Obama, whatever. Anyways, but the fact of the matter is, where's it like who cares who's worse than who? We all are innately, it's in our hearts, bro, in the grand scheme of things. If we believe, and just in general, but especially when we can believe and like forget they're trying to keep us in polarity consciousness, bro. If we can just realize that we can come together, disagree, but then piece of right pieces of the puzzle together, and and use that to unify and to be in the place we need to be in, then when it comes to all this shit, like, we can deal with that accordingly. Because at the end of the day, we might all have our own levels of shit. Excuse me, I keep cursing and everything. But, like, what am I trying to say? I know you get what I'm trying to say. And I don't want to I really didn't mean to string this along. But who's worse than who, and what's really considered bad from one perspective as opposed to the other, isn't as important as us coming together, putting our differences aside, putting this shit aside, and and fighting for our freedom, for our sovereignty, and for our planet. And not just that, but in the midst of it all, we'll come to realize the shit from both sides as one. Instead of, oh, red shit is horrible, we're fine. Or the blue shit is horrible, but we're fine. No. We can come to a place where it's like, wow, there are horrible things from both sides. Let's address both of them and come to a common ground. The, Stephen Covey has a book called The Third Alternative. I never got the chance to fully read it, but I went through it a little bit. Someone ended up taking it out in the library right when I was trying to read it. I ended up getting sidetracked and read a different book. Couldn't get it at the time. But when I was reading it in the library when it was available, The Third Alternative, there's a middle ground. Those who read the book will know what I'm talking about. But we can come to a mutual agreement and one, you know what I mean? Anyways, yeah. Like, bro, let's stop arguing about whose BS is better, worse, right, or wrong. Because, yes, that we both have BS. And we know it. We know it. But the key is to mature, to grow up, and to realize and step up and to realize the fact of the matter is there's BS on both sides. That's a fact. That's a fact. And that's why they're dividing us and trying to separate us and get us to attack one another so that we don't realize that. Because once we realize that, we're like, oh, wow, that's crazy. We come together, and even though we might not agree, like we have different beliefs, we're still meant to come together and as one unified. And in that unification, empowerment, and in that empowerment, we rise and do this, you know?